Hello, I came on here to talk about Ahmon's eating therapy. So today is July the 27th, 2023. And so this will be my second time without going in the room with him, spending the whole time with him at his eating therapy session. And they say he act the same as if I was in there, but it's a little bit better. So it's just kind of hard for me to leave him and pretend that he won't just go with he won't just go to the back with them for them to do the therapy session. He want me to stay. He want me to go with him, and it was hard for me to just to get him to get to the back to pretend like I'm going back there with him, that I'm going to stay with him, and it didn't make me feel so good. But I needed to do it. But he's doing well. They sent me a message letting me know how he's doing. Because at first he didn't want to. He eat in the high chairs at home, but here he did not want to get in the high chairs, and so they said he cried a little bit. They texted me a message and told me that he cried a little bit when he got in the high chair, but they got a toy that he likes to play with. It's one of those toys that you match it's like a stencil, but it's not a stencil, it's like a cookie cutter, and then you have the box with the different cutout shapes. So it's like a shape of a triangle, and he can put the shape of the cookie cutter, or is some other word for it, triangle, into the cutout triangle on the box. So he really enjoyed playing that, and that's what they are doing with him. Try to lighten up his mood a little bit, and get him on their side pretty much, so that they can work their way into whatever they're going to do with him today. For the past two sessions, they were getting him used to getting messy. They say it's part of the sensory that they need. My other child, Ivy, she gets messy. She explores the food. She eats most of her food. She eats more than Amon. She really loves her vegetables. And, well, not vegetables, but fruits. I've been trying to get her to eat her vegetables. At first, she was eating her vegetables. But sometimes she prefers fruit over food. And it's like, okay, well, let's do it. But Amon, it's like I gotta hide the fruit, or he have to have applesauce or something like that. I have to hide the food in a smoothie, or the fruits or the vegetables in the smoothie or in the eggs, and it can't be too much. It just got to be the right amount. And yesterday I gave them a little smoothie. I had put just enough of chopped up kale in there, so that it won't be like, he can really feel it getting on his tongue. So I tried to put a good amount, but not too much or too little. And then I put just a few berries in there, not even a handful. I gave it to Ivy and Amon, and just in case they didn't want to drink it, because the greens and the fruit would change the taste of the milk. And it's not really a smoothie since it wasn't frozen, but I guess it's like a milkshake. But I I put a little bit of chocolate syrup in there, and they drunk it up. Oh my gosh, they drunk it up. I was like, yes, thank you, Jesus. They drunk up this milk because I put chocolate milk. A little bit chocolate. I put just a little bit of chocolate syrup in there. I'm not the one to usually give them that. The only reason why I had bought it, because I'm really trying to get away from all this processed food and things like that. But the reason why, okay, they're texting me right now, telling me how he's doing. Hold on. Twin daughter. They was calling to see about her, like what I needed to do for her. Cause yesterday, let me tell you, day before yesterday, a month, not a month, day before yesterday, Ivy throwed up 2 times and wouldn't eat her food, her lunch. And then after that, she took a nap. And they're at daycare when this is happening. And I'm like, I don't understand why she's throwing up. She was fine when she got up this morning, when she left the house, when she got to school. And she ate all her food. I don't understand why she's throwing up. And so I asked, like, why, like, I asked, was the milk good? And was it good to drink? And they said yes. And this is going on through this app that they have for the kids, not for the kids, but for the parents to communicate with the teachers and the administration, the staff, or whatever. And so that's how we're communicating. So she's like, it was good to drink, and that I asked, the reason why I had asked that is because I had asked before that, what did she vomit up? And she said it was milk. And so I'm like, I don't understand. But, hopefully she gets better. Let me know if she throw up again, because she already threw up twice, so that I can get somebody out there to pick her up. And, but after her nap, getting some rest, and she drank her juice, and then later on she had a snack, and so she got better. So yeah. And then yesterday, the next day, they texted me and told me that Ahmon throwed up 1 time, and that Ivy has crust and a pink eye, or red eye. And I'm like, what? But I erased that. I was like, I'm not going to put that on there. But I was like, okay. Um, I'm glad Ahmad only threw up just 1 time. I don't understand why he threw up. I'm like, I don't know what's going on at the daycare. They just switched. Like, I just switched them because of little bitty things that I didn't like about the other daycare. I know that when the kids go to daycare or school, it's a given that they'll get sick, and that they need to be around other kids, and that this is going to happen, and that they need to build up their immune system and all that. But I don't like it. I don't like it when it's ongoing. The first daycare they went to ever, the second day, they got sick, and it felt like they were sick for like a whole month, because it was one thing after other. They got the bacterial infection, they got hands, foot, mouth, they got the cold that just keep coming back, and it's clearing up when they come home, but they're getting it back when they go back to the daycare. And what else? Just getting that cold flared up again whenever they go back to school. It's like ongoing. And when it was over, I was so glad. But now they switched over to this new daycare school. I think they want to call themselves a daycare, but it looks like a school, because it's really different from their last school. But they don't want to be called a daycare. They want to be called a school. So I don't know. Anyway, this new school that they're at, they didn't get sick the first week, but they got sick the next week. So I don't know what happened, but at least it wasn't the first day like it was at the other school. But still, it's like, I get tired of my kids getting sick all the time. Like, when is this gonna stop? So first, it wasn't a first. They had a cold, and I thought it would clear up, after 7 days, but no, it just keep flaring up because everybody in the classroom has a running nose. And like, if they're not taking care of the kids at the daycare, if the mothers and parents or whoever guardian isn't taking care of them when they're at home or wherever they are, blowing their nose and doing what they need to do, take them to the doctor, give them medicine and all that. If they're not doing everything that they need to do, if everybody's not doing everything that they need to do, then everybody's going to continue to get sick and have a cold. And I was telling my husband yesterday, when I went in there and I saw all the kids with their runny noses, most of them had clear snot coming out of their nose. I don't know what the daycare teacher go through when they're taking care of all these kids. It's like they have 8 kids in their classroom, but it's like 2 to 3 teachers is in the classroom with these kids. And one teacher was changing a kid's diaper, and another teacher, I don't know why she was out of the classroom, but she was in there. But as I was leaving, she was going back into the classroom. It's like every kid in there had a runny nose, and it was clear. And I'm talking about literally, I looked at everybody, and then it was one girl. She had like green snot coming out of both of her nostrils. It was almost in her mouth, and I was like so disgusted. I told my husband I felt like I was in like a horror show. It was like so terrible. Like, I feel so bad that my kids, like, it's like nothing else that I can possibly do. Like, if I could stay at home, if I could have a better um caretaker place for them to go, a better daycare where kids don't get sick. Like, they should accept kids that get sick. Like, I understand that, there's not always someone to watch the kids, but it's like, I don't know, like, it's so frustrating. And they do have a policy, like, if your kids is sick, like, especially if they have like COVID, hands, foot, mouth, like, they shouldn't come to school. Like, they can't come to school, they can't come to daycare. But it's like, if one person is sick, then everybody's gonna get sick. I see, if you just get sick at the school, period, like, that means that somebody's not cleaning up right. But if one kid is sick, like, they need to make sure that they stay at home for a week or 3 days or something like that until they get a little bit better. So it just frustrates me. It bothers me when my kids are sick, and I see all the kids in the classroom, especially I see all the kids in the classroom sick, and it's like so different from their last daycare. If the last daycare they was at, I just had to drop them off, but at this daycare I have to actually walk into the school and take them to the classroom. I really like that, but at the same time, it's like I get to see more of what's going on when they're in the classroom. It's not like they can hide anything or whatever. I can just walk up and it's like the door is open or whatever. I don't I it just it's better. But also, they don't have cameras. This new school, they don't have cameras inside the classroom, but they did at the other school. An incident happened with my daughter. They said that she bit somebody in 2 days, 2 consecutive days in a week, and they didn't even tell me until the second day. And I had to end up signing papers, and then I had to sign papers again another day because she bit again. And I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, this is not like my child. She don't do this at home. She don't ever do this unless something is going on. Like, did somebody take something from her that she had first? Like, she's not just gonna bite. Like, what actually happened? Um, One story they told me didn't make any sense, but they said that it was just a little scratch, because I asked, like, how bad was the bite. They said it was just a little scratch. The first 2 times it was just a little scratch, so it wasn't really noticeable or whatever. And one time they said that everybody was standing at the window and the girl had her hand up, and then Ivy just bit her. That didn't make any sense to me. Why would she just bite? That's not like my baby girl. I know her. I know that she can, you know, um, start fights. And when I say fights, like, fighting over a toy, but not pushing and biting. I mean, she'll push you, but she won't do anything like biting or anything like that. Um, she don't really push either, but she can push. But she'll like kind of shove and try to take away the toy. But she have her moments, but she's not gonna bite. You know, kids fight. You know, they fight over toys. They're still learning how to share and get along together, share with one another. But she's not just gonna bite somebody. They got to do something to her. And that's what I was trying to explain to the owner that was telling me, well, the director, she's not the owner. I was like, she's not just gonna bite somebody. Something had to happen, because she's gonna stand up for herself. Most of the time, Ivy stands up for herself. She's not gonna let you take anything from her that is hers, that she been having holding on. You think you finna come and take something from her? She do that to Ahmon, and if she don't care, then she just let you do it. But most of the time, she's not gonna let you do that. She's not gonna let you take something away from her, and you think you're gonna get away with it. But it's not good that she's biting. I really don't like when I hear a bad report like that she's biting or anything like that. But this video isn't really about that. It don't supposed to be. I guess I'm gonna give you guys like an update of my 21-month-old twins, boy, girl. But yeah, and then the second time, it made sense to me, I guess. I don't know. Well, wait. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember the other time, but I don't even know if the last time. I don't remember all the times. I just remember 2 times, and I don't know if it's in the right order. So, the last time she bit, it was pretty bad. It was like a red mark, and it was like as big as a dime. It wasn't too bad, but um, my song is on. I love that song. It's called "The Blessing" by Kyrie or something like that. But they said the girl was in her face and Ivy bit her. I mean, it's not enough details for me, but I can understand why Ivy would bite it. You know, she obviously did more than just be in her face. You know, she's not gonna just bite because you're in her face. Like, that don't make any sense. But she haven't been biting anymore, and I've been talking to Ivy and telling her, that's not nice. You don't bite. You're supposed to hug one another, share, and trying to teach her, to say help if somebody's making her mad, making her cry, or doing something they don't need to do. To, tell the adult, tell the teacher, help. He or she is hitting, biting me, making me mad. That's what I'm trying to teach them, so that they can know, so that they won't take matters into their own hand and get themselves in trouble, and then I have to sign papers. But, I do want them to stand up for themselves, but, they're not really at an age where they can talk and say, it would be better if they can talk and we wouldn't have to deal with all this. But anyway, back to Ahmon's eating therapy. So I do have videos about his eating therapy that I need to piece together. I just need more storage. I don't like my phone. I wish I had like 2 memory phone slots. And I think it's a phone that did have 2 memory phone slots. I need another phone. But I'm just going to talk about the last 2 appointments and a little bit of this and that about his eating therapy. So he's been going to eating therapy for about a month and a week now, maybe. He go to eating therapy like once a week, and it's for an hour long. And so his last 2 therapy sessions, they were working on him moving his tongue up and down. They was working on him getting used to the food touching his hands and his arms, his skin, and all that, getting messy with the food, because it helps with his sensory skills, to help him eat more different textures, because he don't eat meat. He don't eat most meat, or he have his times when he would eat it. It's like every blue moon he'll eat meat. He'll eat something that he don't normally eat. Um, but for the most part, he like to eat like pasta and eggs and bread and um, snacks and applesauce. Sometimes he'll eat bananas, but I haven't been able to get him to eat a banana for a week now. One day he surprised me by eating strawberries. He haven't been eating strawberries in a while. Um, so mostly their breakfast is pretty much the same, and I feel so great about them eating breakfast. Um, and he eat his sandwiches. But I try to switch up everything. He don't always eat all his food, but when he do, I'm so excited when he do eat all his food. Um, so let me just tell. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the first appointment he had. They was, just examining him, and letting him play most of the time. So the first 3 appointments he went to was just trash to me, because the therapist, didn't specialize in eating therapy. I don't know why they hooked me up with this lady, but she was nice. But it's like he have an hour long session, so it's like the first 30 to 40 minutes he'll be playing with the toys, which he really enjoyed, and then the last 15 minutes the therapist that specialized in eating therapy would come in and talk, uh you know get an update or whatever. But the first time I got videos, I need to piece them together. She said he had like a little tongue tie. The little line underneath the tongue, it's a little short. And they say usually sometimes kids have to go to surgery to get it removed. And but it can be exercised to stretch out because they said it's not long enough. But Ahmon can move his tongue up and down and side to side, and I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, they know more about it than I do. He eat everything. Is just, I feel like he just don't be in the mood for it. But I feel like I'm doing the right thing for him to go to eating therapy so that he can eat more better and be more confident in his eating skills. But I need to get off of here because I think my data is running out and I am hungry. His session will be over in a few. But they're trying to get him to move whenever he eat his food, to move his mouth in a circle of motion all the way around, instead of just side to. I think they said he was just eating side to side, and they want to see him eating in a circle of motion. It's certain things they can see that I can't see, and they also want to see him move his tongue up and down, and he does that at home, but I guess he don't want to show them here sometimes. And what else? They got this like vibrator thing that's supposed to help with sensory as well, that they want him to get used to it on his lips, because that's supposed to, on his lip and on it just around his mouth, that's supposed to help with sensory eating as well. At first he didn't like it, he didn't want anything to do with it, but he's been coming around. I'm gonna have to ask about that little toy to see if they had it out today for him. But I feel like he's been eating a little bit better. But I be trying to, I know he have his certain foods that he likes to eat, but I try to switch them up as much as possible and try new things. yeah, so the kids will be 2 in October the 21st. And I'm not sure exactly what I want to do, because if I rent out skating ring or a altitude or something like that, it's gonna be like $300 for one day. And I have to make sure that's something that I want to do. I was thinking, like, if I was to do anything, I probably need to do like a itinerary, instead of just, maybe we'll have the birthday party. We'll have like a birthday party. And we don't even have that many, we don't have any kids around their age, but we do have, you know, preteens or kids that's like 10. Um, but no one around his age, and well, their age. But we could do like a family gathering, and then we can do like little activities throughout the day. I need to make up a activity schedule for them so that it can be fun, super fun, make it special. um was that on this channel? I think that was on my other channel, my new channel by Chelsea. Well, I actually changed it to Chelsea. Um, I have like what I didn't like and what I liked, and some footage of their birthday party at the park for their first birthday party. And I need to watch that over and see what I need to do different. But I do want to take them somewhere like Skate Town or Altitude to jump on the little jumpy trampoline, um, or something like that, to a farm or water park. It's so hot outside. They might like to be in the water, go to a water park. That would be nice. Water park or Skate Town. Should I do Skate Town for their next birthday? Well, the birthday is in October, so it'll be like fall. They might not need to go to the water park. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, post them. I will really appreciate it. So yeah, let me know how y'all doing, how you and your family doing down in the comment box below, and I'll really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.